Good morning, humankind. I'm like, whoa, hi. Right here. Like, what's up? It's me and my pimple on my forehead. Yeah, so if you want to name it, just let me know what you think I should name this, like, femora here. Yes. So hello to you from me and my shirt that I just realized is on backwards. But you know what? That's how it be sometimes. Like, even though you can't see it, you still are it. Because you know what? You know what's on the back of this shirt that should be on the front of this shirt? Yes, honey. Do we get that? Queen, queen, queen. So I'm like, angels, is that a little message? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, yo, hi. I have not been here. I mean, I've been here. I'm always here. But I just haven't been like here. So you see what happened was there was a full moon, there was a storm, there was Mercury retrograde, and there was the birth of all of my feelings. Not to say that like my feelings haven't been there. Oh yeah, they've been there. I've been feeling them. I've been knowing them. But I had this great conversation with a friend of mine this morning, and I was telling her, I was like, you know what? Like, I'm really good at feeling my feelings and my feelings, and my feelings, aunties, nanas, second husband's feelings. Like, I got that. I got a PhD on feeling my feelings at this point and knowing what my feelings are. But acknowledging my feelings. But I realized I had this aha moment to where I hadn't yet allowed myself the space to acknowledge my feelings. And there is a big difference there. Like, you can feel all of your feelings. You can cry, you could be angry, you could laugh, you could jump for joy, you could be numb. There is the act of having your feelings, and there is the awareness of, well, this made me feel this way. But then to integrate that feeling, to give yourself, and I believe it is one of the highest aspects of self-love, is to get to a place to where you can actually acknowledge your feeling and be like, yo, I feel this way because, and I'm happy, or I'm sad because, and I'm crying because, but to really integrate, to have the comprehension of why, and to ask yourself why, and to get real with it, and then not only get real with it, but to apply it to your life. For me personally, it's been a game changer. It has been this switch that went on, and it's been something it's something that has emanated with me a lot recently, especially in these past few weeks, of the truth will set you free. And when you allow yourself to have that space to acknowledge your feeling, it does something to you. It frees you from this mental or emotional or even physical or all of the above kind of bondage. It's really easy to get caught in a feeling, in an expectation, in a what if, and even within like the manifestation process, we can get so like, I just have to believe, and once I believe, then I know, and I'm gonna make this happen. I'm gonna make this happen. I'm gonna make the and we get so wrapped up in the process of making something happen that we are actually creating resistance in it because we're trying to control it then, and we are no longer living and experiencing our now moment, and we start to lose sight of what the universe is opening up in front of us. And then we get stuck in our minds, into this overthinking, into our emotions. And even though we're continuing with our life and the things that we're doing, it's like we're almost stuck in this dreamscape. And when you give acknowledgement to your feelings, it's like, and it just is. And right now we're so being called to be in the is, to allow ourselves to be in the moment, because what is happening with this super, super, super heavy, dense energy right now is there are a lot of people that are having giant tower moments. Their worlds are falling apart. They're questioning everything. We have people that are rebuilding their lives after having tower moments. The energy right now is this rebuilding energy. And so we have to live in our truth. And the only way that we can live in our truth is to integrate our mind and our heart space and connect it so that it can be one. And when it becomes one, it connects then with that whole like solar plexus, and it just ignites everything, and it blooms this newly formed sense of confidence, of direction, of drive, of self-awareness, of like, I feel this way and I'm doing this and da 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 da. And that's when like the miracles happen. That's when you start being overwhelmed with this feeling of like, yeah, none of this might make sense and da 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 and this and this and this, but it's okay. And people will look around you and they're like, but there's a dumpster fire around you. And you're like, but it's fine. It's fine. Universe has it. Universe has it. All I have to do is keep being the is, being I am, being aware of myself, and to just keep going. And because we're realizing tower moments across the board within ourselves, our family, our friends, our relationships, the world, we're seeing everything that was so crazy on one side, and the collapse of it, from patriarchal rule to cultural awareness, to racial equality, to sex equality, to gender equality. Across the board, we are pulling it back within female rights, within government. We're seeing the collapse of old structures in government as well. We're seeing this, even though I'm not a huge fan of it, this whole cancel culture thing. It's so insane right now, because I'll get to that in a second. We see the breakdown of this celebrity Hollywood thing that has been like royalty for us, right? Even royalty on the other side of the pond. We're seeing the breakdown of that across the board. All of these old structures that were set up in the age of Pisces have had giant tower moments as the age of Aquarius, of rebirth, and of this giant revolution, the Renaissance, like whatever you call it. Like, we are integrating and letting go of what no longer serves us, of this control, of this ego and power, and we're rebirthing into this united, organic, loving, like conscious collectiveness. And everything then, because you see people like, oh, they're all so out of control over here, like going back to the whole like council culture thing, to where, yeah, we were so far this way and people are so sick of it because it hasn't been healthy or loving or anything of the sort, except for the people that it benefits, which is this top 1% that gets to acquire all the wealth and the knowledge and the luxury of it all. Right? And so everyone's like, not today. And it's all swinging far over this way. And so now you have people way over here that are like, ah! And you have so many people that are now over here and they're all like, ah! And it's just like, what is going on? You know, that tower of... And we are meant as this beautiful collective, empaths, light workers, star seeds, just loving freaking human beautiful souls. We are meant to anchor in. It is our job more than ever right now to anchor in the light so that we can create this balance, because as everything goes this way, everything is going to go whoosh this way. It's just the order of how things happen. And it is that duality that we have constantly been living in, that we see all the time. And where we are going on this collective ascension path is that we are being that balance so that we can align and bring everything together. And right now, this part is just being pulled as we're going this way. And so it's that scale right now. And all we're asked to do is just be the light. That's all. And to be conscious of our actions and to make sure that we are acting and speaking through love and through truth. Live in your truth. Speak even if your voice shakes. Feel your heart and live with what your heart calls you to do. Live in your truth, because there are so many people, and it might sound crazy, but be like, oh my God, but like people are gonna think that I'm crazy then, or this or that, or I don't know. But there's so many of us that are doing this together, and that is why we are in this collective energy. We are all in this together. We're all in this together. Get it? Yeah. Let me hear you say it. We're all in this together. So, the reading for today definitely is going to be centered around maintaining this light, because it is really easy for us during this time of our culture having to be in our little boxes and not being able, I mean, this is not natural or organic. And so we get stuck in these boxes, and we get stuck in these boxes and on these boxes, and we start seeking for things and more answers and how to ascend and be more and and how to acquire this, and like, just chill, homie, chill. Like, we are it. And it's okay to acquire some, validation, or extra information to guide you and assist you. But we got this. We were built, beautifully built by Source, to have everything that we need to do this work for humanity on this planet. And that is simply to love. The greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. So with that being said, let's get to this collective reading. Let's all just take deep breaths. And let it all go. It ain't that serious, yo, So yeah, let's do a reading today. Just a supportive reading to really clarify, where we're at, and to continue to stay on this journey with what is it? What's that Spider-Man? I keep getting in my head, and then it just bloop, and just becomes a thought, then drifts away. With what's the Spider-Man quote? With something comes great responsibility. With great... Someone tell me, okay? I'm going to remember this like right as I finish this reading. I'm telling you. So the top card is going to be the overall, but really, like that's the thing is this is real life. And when as intuitives, as empaths, as people who have knowledge and that are helping assist in other people's growth and everything, we have a great responsibility in what we use and how we use all of our divine gifts. With great, this is gonna get on my nerves, oh my gosh. With great, dang it, I can't remember it. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, do-do-do, Spider. I'm thinking like, you know, when you go through the ABCs, when you're trying to like find a word that rhymes with something. So with great knowledge comes, with great power comes great responsibility. Is that what it is? Yeah, I think so. So, with great power comes great responsibility. Like when you have all of this love, that is your power to love and to give love and to receive love. And there is a big responsibility that comes with that because so many people are living in fear and doubt, who are going to question, and we have the divine responsibility then to make sure that our actions, our own self-growth are aligned solely with a loving light vibration, because there's a lot of shit out there that I'm telling you that will make you think that it's empowering you or giving you knowledge when it's really from like the controlling powers that be that want to like creep in on your light and take that power away to manipulate and to control it. So like just keep yourself in check and make sure that everything that you do comes from a vibration of love and light, and that's it, yo. That is it. Love and light, love and light, love and light. So here is the reading for today. The top card, Ascension. Like, ching, chuck. We are in that energy that is pushing us right now to speak our truths. And here's the thing that I was talking to my friend with earlier today is we're going to have these conversations that are going to be uncomfortable, right? And people are going to be like, and sometimes your light is going to be too much for someone. And it's not because you are too much. It's because you're so light, you're so bright, and every experience that we come into in our lives is a mirror. Everything out in our external is a mirror towards our internal. So if you're talking to someone and you're passionate or you're speaking some truth that they don't want to hear and they want to turn you down or reject you or hate on you or be like, it's not you. It is them. It is that like, you're like, hey, and you are putting that mirror to them, a mirror that they constantly work so hard to like walk by. They don't want to see it because they have their own, mud and their own dirt that they gotta like, wash off so that they can like see the truth about themselves. And a lot of people are not ready to do that. And so then they fling their mud at you, projection, right? They fling it at you because they're like, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. So now you can have it, And so it's so vital right now to protect your energy, to stay conscious of your energy, and especially with Mercury retrograde. You're already working on like your stuff, like just stay in your lane and focus on the things that you need to release and to be conscious of and to be truthful about so that you keep going. Like, you just worry about you and your work and your truth. So that is where this whole ascension process comes from, is we're on that path. We are doing it. The door is open. You see this person right here who is like walking up the steps to that enlightenment. More people than ever right now are waking up waking up to their love, to their truth, going on this self-love journey. And it is there. It is open. We are doing this. We're doing this. There's no going back. We're doing this. All right. We're doing this. So the energy going with this is the little star divine. My inner child is whole and complete. A lot of the healing work that we're doing in this ascension process is healing the inner child. The inner child is that child deep down inside then that we protect when we put on all of that armor. And we're working on healing that inner child, healing those inner wounds, healing those triggers. A lot of the things that are triggered in our lives right now were birthed from experiences that we had as a child. So to come into that awareness, to feel those feelings, and then to integrate that so you have that knowledge so you can let it go and continue on your path is the work that we are doing as individuals within the collective right now. The energy supporting that is transmute. We are allowing ourselves to be free in our expression, because that's what children do, right? They're expressive. So we're allowing ourselves to be free in our feelings, because when we are able to let it free, let the truth free, let our self-expression free, we can then transmute it and we can let it go, and we can continue to align and give that child within us that love and that support and that attention. And then we reflect that in the way that we then behave and treat people around us, especially during times of confrontation. We see lots of confrontation right now, right? So when you are in face to face with confrontation or challenging emotional aspects in your life, go to your inner child and be like, boo-boo, what's going on here? Let's work on this. Let's work on this, because we want to be free. Freedom. We walking up to the light of love. I don't even know that's a song, but we're just making up songs now, because when you're a kid, right? You make up songs to everything in your life. When you're picking a booger, when you're in the bath, putting bubbles on your head, when you're just rolling on the floor because you can. The next is the morning star radiance. I shoot for the stars. Radiance is my birthright. It is that reminder that it is our birthright to be these beautiful souls that work through love and that work through light. We have this warrior that is just the warrior of light. We are warriors of light, and we have to keep our eye on the prize, stay committed, stay devoted towards that light work. And we have to trust. We have to trust, no matter how dark it gets, no matter how confusing, no matter how much we doubt, that we keep going, that we trust. I mean, we have that sword. We've been talking about that sword since December, where, we picked up the sword in the other deck and went up the mountain. Like, now it's a time to act. And, we're coming off that mountain. It's time to move. It's time to make shit happen. And up in that mountain, during all that processing, having those tower moments and those dark nights of the soul, it is so that we can release our fears and our doubts and our suffering, and that we can transmute that into strength. And then we're able to really divinely trust in what we are doing. Closing out the energy is the temple home. I no longer search outside of myself for home. Fate. It is that hi, welcome home. This is what we're doing. We are understanding that nothing and no one outside of us can build our temple. We are our temple. We are our divinity. We are home. Everything that we build with, that we birth, comes from within. And when we trust that, when we really trust those feelings, and when we trust our birthright, we accept, like, you know, she's on this pillar, like, yeah, boo boo, I know, like, queen. Like, through it all, to have that, you know, these pillars, this, I I will not break. I was not built to break. We're made to be these warriors of light, and we come from the divine. And when we come into home and use everything that has tried to come against us, and we transmute that into our super power strength, with great power comes great responsibility. And we have this fate card. Like, it is up to us to decide what we want to do with it all. And it is that reminder today, through this message, that we're going home. We coming home. We are home. Like, we get to create everything around us. So with that being said, just believe. You gotta believe. Just believe and get wild with it. You know, believe in your dreams, believe in your heart. Stop doubting, stop questioning. Like, speak your truth. Like, break yourself out of that bondage of expectations and what other people want from you and what you think you should be for other people. Like, free yourself. Remember, I got too excited there, because we are the creators of this life, and we are the creators because we are connected to the divine. We are all in this together. We are all just walking each other home. So that is the reading for today. Just a little angel card right here. I love these. I got this whole thing from a friend a couple years ago. And it says, today I give thanks to those who nurture me, including myself. I allow myself to be mothered by the universe and all her beings. I graciously allow love in today. So allow all the love in. Give love out, receive love. Let's be love. Check you later, humankind. I'll see you on another ray of the rainbow.